Welcome, guys. The show is hashtag, and like I say always, it isn't a gimmick. That's the name of the show. Why? Because we give you all things trending, especially on X. It is your one-stop shop for all things trending. My name is Vivian. I'm not flying this plane solo. I got my co-anchor here, Ikechukwu. How are you, sir? It is the last edition of hashtag. Why?
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Guys,
Why?
it's a private joke, yeah?
Yeah, thank God it's Friday. Thank God you didn't forget as well.
I just equalized this 1-1, yeah.
Equalized?
Yes. All right, guys, if you're game, let's get this show on the road. The very first hashtag is hashtag Atiku. So if you're scratching your head and wondering why is it trending again, it's because the former vice president has come out to say openly through his spokesperson, Polibi. He says that President Tinubu is trying his best to cause tension between Peter Obi and himself, Atiku Abubakar. So what Atiku Abubakar is admitting is that seemingly there must be some kind of tension between the two. That's how some people are reading it. Some are also saying why he's saying this is because he's probably fearful of failure or defeat in 2027. Well, let me just take you to X so you take a look at what the former vice president is saying. Credit goes to the Nan, right? Nan was the one that put out this story just yesterday. The People's Gazette picked it up from Nan and gave credit to Nan as well. So People's Gazette says Tinubu causing tensions between me and Obi, scheming to wipe out opposition Atiku. Now, if you take a look at the story, if you just suck it in, the former vice president is saying basically the goal is for a one-party state. He said that's what the president is all about right now. So let's take a look at the reaction, shall we? Major General Bazo says, by this cry alone, you know he is about to give up. Atiku is very strong, and he rarely cries. But when he cries, it means a lot. Patriotic Nigerian says the only tension Tinubu can cause is that Atiku keeps disrupting every opportunity Nigerians have at choosing a good leader. The Bible instructs that we do not give Satan a footstool. Atiku's desperation is Tinubu's footstool. Once Atiku drops, Tinubu is defeated already. So I don't understand how the patriotic Nigerian has brought the Bible into this whole calculation. But hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion, yeah? What do you make of the story and the reactions to this particular story, though?
So first, it's not surprising
that
a sitting president or a politician will try to cause tension in another camp. It's normal.
Okay.
I mean, the nature of man, people who actually seek power, naturally, they want monopoly. Everybody wants to monopolize their space. They want to actually take control of the territory that they are in. So it's not surprising. Even if Atiku were to be in Tinubu's shoe, he would have done the same. I mean, when he was vice president of this country, they enjoyed certain level of monopoly, right? They had about 26 governors, in the People's Democratic Party at the point. They really enjoyed, that huge space. So I mean, it's not surprising that Tinubu will also want to do the same thing. But then, to the comment, about...
yeah, but how about his allegations that the president is gunning for a one-party state? Is that even possible?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the idea of monopoly is one-party state, right? You want to control the whole political structure of the country.
Yeah, but I'm asking, is that a possibility in Nigeria?
It's quite hard. It's difficult. It's not... I don't think he's got the power to actually do it. Even when the PDP were coming in 99, at the point where every political structure, the big wigs in Nigerian politics were in that particular party at the point, they didn't even get to one-party state.
It's interesting you said 99. There's a hashtag coming up.
Yeah, so it's not possible. But of course, every one of them will also want to fancy it. Even if you don't get the 100%, at least go get about 90, 80%. It's fair enough. That's exactly what it still means to have a one-party state, because you definitely be within influence in the other camps.
Talking about the PDP, once upon a time, he thought it was going to hold on to power for like 50 years.
60 years. That's exactly what the PDP were projecting at the point, but unfortunately,
it didn't happen. So you said it's very hard for that to happen in
It's
Nigeria.
almost impossible, not just even very hard. But the case of Major General Basso, who was talking about Atiku crying, I don't think it's actually crying. It's him just saying, you know what, we understand what you're doing, and we are very well aware you want to actually cause division, because you know that if this coalition works, then of course there's going to be a problem in your camp. And that's exactly what politicians...
But do you think there's tension between Atiku and Obi at the moment, between both camps?
Well, I want to believe that there should be some form of tension, because Peter Obi is not willing to actually budge, because Atiku is most likely looking like,
He has an ambition.
I deserve this ticket.
Like,
and I think this is where wisdom should prevail, because Atiku should look at he should read the room and understand that this is the turn of the South, if not for anything, right?
Okay, if not for anything, the zoning thing.
Just understand that gentleman agreement should prevail. Just give this guy the cover and let the agreement stand. Okay,
but let's flip this coin, yeah. When this president became president, I'm talking about President Tinubu. In his inaugural speech, one of the things he said was that this was his lifelong ambition to become president. It's probably the same for former Vice President Atiku, right?
Exactly.
A lifelong ambition, which is difficult to shelve.
He's definitely going to get his lifelong ambition.
After giving Obi the slot?
Yes, it's all about
how old would he be then?
Well, it really doesn't matter. If he comes out, after 4 years, after 2027 or that 2031, that should be. If he comes back at that time after agreeing to actually allow Obi run, people definitely understand that, okay, this is really a gentleman, and
they'll go for him.
They definitely give him.
And you're calculating 31 because Obi has agreed that he's going to do just one term.
That's what I want to believe he's going to.
Yeah, but that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He's a promise keeper. Yeah. I mean, you think he's a good man. You think he's the very few good politicians.
I think he's more of a technocrat than a politician. So I want to give him that respect. I want to trust him by that word saying he's going to do 4 things. So if
you're giving him the benefit of the doubt. Now you are going to talk about the comments.
So the other one, the patriotic Nigerian, who was actually using the Bible to actually describe this. I mean, he's actually very spot on. If you look at the way Atiku,
I knew you were going to say this.
If you look at the way Atiku have been moving, right? I mean, he was one time in Tinubu's camp where he was the presidential candidate of the AC. I think the AC or the ACN, right? And then it didn't actually work. That was when President Goodluck Jonathan was the president. And then he moved to PDP again, and from the PDP he moved back to APC, from APC, so he's been moving, and wherever he goes, right, he looks at that ticket, and he's always got that particular ticket until 2015.
Okay.
When he moves, he's definitely most likely going to get that ticket.
You're thinking this is going to be a replay.
So this is more like, and if it happens, right? Yeah. If it happens, then definitely it's giving the incumbent, a leeway to actually, because a lot of Southerners will not want to back it. As much as I want to stand on the position that this really doesn't matter, because I mean, whoever becomes president, if the person is doing good, if the person is doing bad, you're definitely going to enjoy, or you're going to suffer. And as it stands now, we're really, really suffering. So I think we deserve something better. Right. So we shouldn't really look at where it's coming from. But I really understand the people who are actually saying, you know what? The North should not get their way all of the time. If they cannot wait for 8 years, then of course, even if it's the devil in the South, let the devil continue.
Wow, you're sounding so diplomatic. What happened? You've changed. And it's a good thing, right? So you're looking at it from both sides.
Yes,
the ideal thing is wherever the person comes from, it doesn't matter. But you're saying, but take a look at it though. It should be the turn of the South. I think that is a very well thought out statement that you just put out. Now, before we wrap up this particular hashtag, Paul Ibe, former media aide of the former vice president, who is kind of doubling as a spokesperson at the moment, said one of the grounds they had, or they have really, is the fact that President Tinubu is abandoning governance for politicking. Well, would you say that's spot on?
This is absolutely the truth. This president, ever since they got into power, in fact, the APC, ever since the APC, came on board, right? It's always been politics. Before you say one, they come up with something. They rarely focus on governance, and that's exactly why people are suffering, because if you can't hold governance, you can't hold.
So you said the APC. Are you saying that when the late former president
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Office, he abandoned governance for politics?
It's more of politics.
Well, I cannot disagree. But do you want to wrap this particular hashtag up?
Absolutely. What I'm saying is that if you focus on politics, right, governance will suffer, and that's exactly why we've been suffering ever since the APC got into power. The PDP had it. We had it better under the PDP because there was really nothing like the opposition. So the PDP were very, very large. They know they would definitely win. So they had time to really focus on governance. But now the APC is seeing that, okay, there's a lot of persons who is actually gunning for us our seat. So they really focus on politics to consolidate on power instead of governance. And because you cannot hold the both politics and governance at the same time, it's definitely you're going to make a mess of yourself. So they have to actually focus on the one that they know it's going to really pay them in the long run, which is politics, because they have to really continue in power.
Yeah. So there's something you said that was interesting though. you said the PDP didn't have much opposition, so it kind of was relaxed.
That was why they were able to do, you know, a lot of things that they did
but this is where I'm driving at. Yeah, they didn't have opposition until the one-man opposition machine, aka Lai Mohammed, came on board
in 2015,
and the cookies crumbled.
Well, at that time, right, a lot of things happened. One of the things that happened, you know, with the PDP was the fact that the gentleman agreement, which the North was believing that, you know, the South Jonathan would have respected, was the problem. If Jonathan had agreed, you know what, I'm just going for one term and let's just have it done, right? The North, I mean, the PDP will still be in power because there will be no reason for any coalition to happen. But because, you know, so, I mean, events
because Jonathan reneged on his promise.
Yes, events must happen.
Let's just call it spade a spade. Yeah. Well, so we are wrapping up this particular hashtag. The next one really is hashtag Class 99. I don't know, Ikechukwu, are you becoming a mind reader or something? Yeah. So the Class of 99 is visiting the president, or had visited the president earlier on today. Talking about governors who were on board in 1999, and guess who their leader is? They're calling him the class captain right now, James Ibori. So I'm just going to take you straight to X, so you take a look at the post, and then we'll also take a look at reactions to this particular hashtag, shall we? So Yaba Left Online says President Tinubu receives in audience class of 99 governors led by former Delta Governor James Ibori. Guys, take a look.
The President. I salute everybody. Thank you very much. Very good. Adamawa State, the Duke of Cross River State. How you doing, sir? The man from the other man from Sam Lake. Reverend Julian Darabo. Over Victor Sata. Akwaimo. Ahmed Wali. Bauchi. Otumba Lee and everybody. The lucky man. With this of the Institute.
Thank you, Director, by the way. So that's it. You have, it's quite a crowd. Ikechukwu and I were just talking about Don Duke. I've not seen him in, like, you know.
I think the last time I saw him was in 2023, during the election season, electioneering season, because his photo, I think his childhood photo was actually used as President Tinubu's picture.
He's quite a looker. You see him, you just want to take a second look. You and I were just talking about him being probably one of the most good-looking governors we've ever had, and you were talking about Sullivan Chime. But why Donald Duke, actually former governor of Cross River State, always stands out to me is because he was the initiator of the Tinapa project, which failed massively in Cross River. That would have been a rival for Hollywood. But
well, it's unfortunate that in this part of the world we have people with good ideas, but the problem, our biggest problem, is implementation. And when we even succeed in implementing, we have a very terrible maintenance culture.
Yeah,
I remember very well vividly that you know, as at that time when the Tinapa project officially took off,
kicked off, yes.
You know, and when we watch football, you know, Premier League games, you see visit Tinapa, and that would have been a huge story side today. You see, what they did in Tinapa.
It would have been.
What they did in Tinapa.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this should be about 15 years ago, or right? What they did in Tinapa is what Rwanda is doing now. Wow. This is Rwanda. So just imagine.
And it's working for Rwanda.
Absolutely. Just imagine that they've really harnessed the Tinapa project.
Oh my God.
Now we'll not even be having a conversation. A lot of persons will not even be traveling outside the country for recreation or to just go and wine. But it's so unfortunate.
And that would have been a huge revenue generator for
the
country.
Very well.
Now, just not to digress too much here, a lot of people are keen into the fact that the former Delta State Governor James Ibori is the one that led this class of 99. So many derogatory comments that I want to spare you off or from, whichever. But I got a couple of comments, reactions to this visit. Why don't we go back to X so you take a look at what some Nigerians are saying. The very first comment is mind-boggling. Let's take a look at it, yeah? Heaven Speaks says, okay, actually, is the second comment that had me thinking, scratching my head, really. Heaven Speaks says, why? Heaven Speaks is saying, why are they visited? And some people might ask, why not? Well, Joe says, now, this is the one I'm talking about. This is the only thing president has as an alumni. No history of birth. No history of primary and secondary school. Sham history of university. Who is Ahmed? You know what he's talking about?
Very well.
Do you want to enlighten the viewer?
But the question now is, in all of these things he actually quoted, who is going to actually prove him wrong?
Who's going to prove him wrong?
Who can?
So you're saying he's right?
No, who can prove him wrong?
Well, so let's explain a little bit.
Okay, so for example, the secondary school the president claimed that he attended, right, actually started when he graduated.
Yeah, that's an irony.
So that's exactly the point. So who is going to prove this man wrong? And if we cannot get it right from the secondary school, primary school, let's even forget it. I mean, Kiyamo said he actually studied from home to become who he is today.
There's something called homeschooling, really.
Yeah.
I don't know how popular it is in Nigeria, but in the West, I mean, people do homeschooling. Yeah, so it's something. And stop saying that's so. It's sarcasm of the highest order.
But the class of 99, it's expected, right?
So why do you think people are picking bones with James Ibori? He used to be a convict, but he was pardoned. He was pardoned.
The thing is,
maybe that's why Nigerians are picking bones with the fact that he's leading this, group.
Right. See, there's a lot. I mean, if you look at this video again, you understand that Nigeria, we've really traveled, right? These men were once the people who decide who and what in this country.
Yeah.
And the class of 99, it's going to be very difficult to imagine if one of them don't end up becoming the president of this country. And
really?
Trust me, I don't think we're going to have...
Maybe even if not in the nearest future.
That's exactly, we're having one already, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if...
But this is a permutation. You're saying is...
No, I said it's going to be... What did I...
You said one of them will become...
Yes, that's what I said. I said...
It's going to be difficult.
It's expected that one of them, rather, will be the president of this country, looking at that particular video. But the thing is, right, one of the things these guys had at the point that this current crop of politicians don't have is these men are men with balls, right? They are no pushover.
Okay, so if you want to use another word, you're talking about guts.
Yes.
Let's play safe, yeah.
Okay. So they were no pushovers. They decide they hold as strong as the PDP. And the interesting thing, most of them were even in the PDP at the point. Right? It's not like they were in the opposition. Yeah. Today, this president coughs and everybody started defecting. You will not see it with these guys. But
these are the guys who are paying him a visit right now.
No, I'm saying defecting. I'm talking about the current politicians, the current governors.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Okay, just explain. But now the Iboris, the Odiles, President Tinubu, Atiku was supposed to be part of this particular. He won the governorship election in '99 before he left the seat
to become a vice.
So just look at the group of men who were the governors at the point. So all powerful men. It's good to actually see that, not because they actually did something for that I can really remember, but then of course looking back at them and I just look at what they would have done to actually better life. One man stood out, right? Still the Donald Duke, who I looked at. I'm like, okay, this man, and someone was actually missing. Ojus Okalo is actually not there, and I'm wondering why. But not like he actually did anything special for Abia State. I mean, he's one of the people who actually ate that state dry, and a good number of them are just friends of corruption, and it's good to actually...
So what you just said, this very last statement, it's just what's trending, right? That's basically what most of them are saying, and they're saying the poster boy really is the person who led this particular group. So I think it's safe for us to land on this particular hashtag. The next one now is Imo. This is tragic. This totally wipes the smile off of your face. A tragedy hit Imo. No fewer than 7 died. Lots injured. Gunmen attacked. So I have a video, right? But first, let me take you to X so you take a look at the number of posts, the number of publications telling us how it went down, and then I'll play up a video for you. Please note that it is an amateur footage, yeah, so take it the way you see it. It was an eyewitness report. So let's go to The Guardian first, The Guardian Nigeria, who put up this story. It says, gunmen in large numbers invaded 2 communities in, Ikechi will pronounce the word?
Arondizago.
North local government area, yeah, of Imo State in the early hours of Wednesday, killing no fewer than 7 people and injuring several others. Sarah Reporters also has, you know, that story with a different spin to it. Let's take a look at the next tweet, shall we? All right, thank you. Gunmen kill over 7, injure several others in Imo communities. Now, this is the spin I'm talking about. Says, please blame IPOB ESN. Now, to the eyewitness account, the person put up this post and then the video, credit goes to him. Let's take a look at the 3rd tweet, shall we? So, IPOB Unit 4, Madrid, Spain says, so this happened, that's the time he just put it up. This is Umaloma in Idiato North local government area of Imo State. Last night, Fulani, okay, so this is what he's saying, yeah. Fulani terrorists struck. We don't know if they are Fulani terrorists. And then he said, and killed about 9%. We are hearing no fewer than 7. And he says, including a man and his pregnant wife. If that is true, it is very unfortunate. He put up this video. Let's take a look.
This is Umaloma. This morning. This is Umaloma this morning, boiling. This is Umaloma this morning. It's incredible. It's hard for us to believe that this kind of evil can befall us at this time. And up till now, no security outfit has shown up. Since last night, we have over 8 to 9 corpses lying down here. This is one of them. We have another one. Other ones there are 9 corpses. May the Lord console his people and heal the land. God, this is incredible. This is unbelievable.
He wrapped it up by saying, may the Lord console his people and heal the land. I say amen to that. Like I said earlier on, it is an amateur footage, and that's why you have it lopsided like that. Remember, we also advised earlier on viewers' discretion, but this is so sad, Ikechukwu. It is sad, right? It continues to happen again.
Today's date is...
okay, I know what you were going to say. After your water attack, you said before it's 6 months, stuff like this. You said 6 weeks. So is this not more than 6 weeks?
It's about 6 weeks.
So you're saying you're a prophet?
It happens...
You're saying you're a prophet?
Wait,
all right, yes. You told us so. So, I mean, but this is very sad.
This is not where I'm even headed.
I know, right?
Your water was June 13.
Mm-hmm.
Today is June 24, 25? Right, 25, right? So we're looking at 27th, which is Sunday, to be 6 weeks exactly, right? Right. Yesterday...
I don't know if that calculation is right, but I'll just say yes so that you can go on with your point.
Come on, July 13 is exactly 4 weeks.
So your
2
point,
weeks,
yeah.
2027.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, right. So now, that happened yesterday. 27 persons were gunned down in Plateau State.
Oh my God.
No news.
Yesterday?
Yesterday. So what I'm saying is this, right? We're having this number here.
The same day the APC chairman, who is from Plateau State, was crowned.
So you should understand.
So that drowned the whole thing.
Exactly. You see, understand that there is, when people say this, people who are actually carrying out this evil act and the states are working together, you want to give them that benefit of that, because trust me, this atrocity will not.
But these are allegations.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying when people say, right, you want to understand, you want to listen to them. You know why? Because this cannot continue to happen under the roof of a responsible father without them taking decisive action. You can't say, okay, I'm not part of it, but then these things keep happening in your house and you're so comfortable, nothing happens. I mean, provided you're cool. I said this some time ago. I said, maybe, just maybe, until, I mean, this is, I'm not praying, but I'm saying with the way it's going, maybe we'll wake up one day and hear that maybe one's governor's child or one governor has been killed. Maybe then they will sit back and then ask themselves the right questions. But until then, I mean, we're all more like we're just walking statistics in the eyes of this politician. It's so sad. These people have family. I mean, a pregnant woman.
Yeah, that's what the eyewitness account said.
Yes.
So we've not verified that.
Even okay, let's even say there's no pregnant woman amongst.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's sad.
It is.
Right.
I'm almost speechless. We are yet to receive a statement from the
what
president.
I'm going to say today again.
Are you going to? No, wait.
No.
Are you going to prophesy another doomsday?
I'm not prophesying. I told you.
If that's what you're going to do,
I told you this
please
attack happened space of 6 weeks. I told you now. Now when it hits Sunday, from Sunday, just be expecting another major attack.
No, you don't have to say it. Yeah, let's cancel it. Yeah, it's cancelled. But this is it. Yeah, it is very sad, and our hearts are with the family members of the deceased. And like the eyewitness account said, may the Lord comfort His people. Now we move on now to this next hashtag, which is harmful coloring. This is about food poisoning. So a woman, a market woman, has just been nabbed in Lagos. This is a breaking news, really. We're one of the first to bring it. The Punch broke it, and we are bringing it to you in hashtag, adding colorful, substances to the yam flour, which is it is staple in this part of the country. So it's amala. I eat it a lot. So I mean, let me just take you to X, guys. The Punch put up the post, and this is how it's going, right? The Punch newspaper says, lady arrested in Lagos for mixing spoiled yam flour with harmful coloring. So this is like the yam flour is spoiled, and then she's mixing it with harmful coloring, probably to disguise the fact that it's spoiled or something. Now, officials of the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps have arrested a woman for allegedly adulterating yam flour, Ilubo Isu. Thank you, Adura, with harmful coloring agents. The arrest was disclosed on Friday by the Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, via his official X handle. Wahab said the suspect, identified as Mrs. Kehinde Raji, was apprehended following a tip-off from the chairman of the Ilubo Sellers Association, who raised an alarm about dangerous food adulteration practices within the market. According to the commissioner, the suspect was allegedly mixing spoiled yam flour with hazardous coloring chemicals to produce contaminated Ilubo, which was then sold to unsuspecting consumers. So how long has this been going on, and how long has the chairman of the market known about this particular one? And someone is saying maybe she has wahala with the chairman, that's why he blowed the whistle. But let me take you back to X so you take a look at the reactions now, a couple of them on this particular hashtag, shall we? Let's take a look at the reactions. So Eleyi of Ibadan says, I don't trust the chairman. The woman may be implicated by the chairman because she's not submitting to the market bullying, my opinion. Ikechukwu, so there are a number of things we should take a look at here. So there is something called market bullying, maybe. And then Milola says, if the news is true, it's true because the police is just, arrested a woman. If the news is true, then beautiful. We need to purge the desperate sellers out of the market. And then Uluwato Singh Omomi says, she must be prosecuted. Powerful Celeb says, let's be careful of what we eat. So this is a very, reaction to this.
So,
which one catches your fancy, really?
Well, I think the first one.
Uh-huh.
It's very possible that there's a rift between the woman and the chairman. It's also very possible that there are certain persons maybe she does very well in that line of business, and
so you're saying maybe, yeah?
Yes, that's a
so
maybe.
we are also going to flip the coin.
Yes, that's a maybe. And of course, the third one, which is actually what we are having on our hands now, which is the fact that she adulterated. We have a lot of people adulterating different kind of products. I mean, there are cases of people who use certain chemicals to even ripen their tomatoes and
fruits.
And fruits. So it is very possible. And I think we just have to await the outcome of the investigation, and then let's see if what she did is actually what they said she did, or someone is just trying to frame her.
In fact, let's see. There's a video, guys. Take a look. It's authentic. It's from the Punch. Credit goes to the Punch for this video. That's it.
For someone who grew up around, law enforcers, I understand.
That's you?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes, these people just get to arrest someone, and then the person might not even be, guilty.
Culpable.
Yes, of course. So I don't even take, these things, this charade or this display.
This is like media persecution, So she's not guilty until proving otherwise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it might turn out that what they're actually accusing her of is actually not what she did. But then I just hope that the people who actually indulge in crimes like this are caught and prosecuted.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what
that's a safe place to land on that particular one. Now, guys, last hashtag for this day, which happens to be the last working day for the week, really is hashtag First Lady Oluremi Tinubu. So she's wishing the Super Falcons a spectacular outing. I got a post, I'll show it to you, and then we'll play the video of the First Lady wishing the Super Falcons well. And this is going to be a big deal for Nigeria. So let's go back to X. Yeah, and take a look at the post, which was put up by the NTA, and credit goes to the NTA also for the video you're about to watch. First, the post, shall we? Let's go to X. So, NTA Network says, First Lady Oluremi Tinubu encourages Super Falcons to go for victory in their final match against Atlas Lioness at the ongoing WAFCON in Morocco. Take a listen.
My beautiful and lovely Super Falcons, I congratulate you and the officials on the qualification for the finals of the Women's African Cup of Nations. I commend your team spirit, determination, and professionalism demonstrated in all your matches so far. You are shining examples to young girls in Nigeria and Africa. As you step out for the final match, I pray God crowns your efforts with resounding victory. Make us proud as our worthy ambassadors and champions. Nigeria and I are waiting to receive you with the trophy in hand. God bless you all. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
All right, Ikechukwu, what do you think though? Are you even optimistic for starters? Because I was tackling you behind the stage. Because I remember their last match, after the victorious and very spectacular game, it was tense at some moment, but they won eventually. And I was talking to you about it, and you looked indifferent. I'm like, okay, so for starters, are you a fan of the Super Falcons?
Yes, I'm a fan of the Super
Because I'm a fan. So are you wishing them well tomorrow like the first
Yes,
lady?
of course I'm wishing them well.
So what do you think though of this video?
Okay, so I think this is the very first time I'm seeing this from the wife of any Nigerian president.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing this from
And,
from any first lady.
I think it's going to go a long way to motivate the girls. Of course, the president also just approved their money.
That is the real motivation.
So I want to believe that they end up getting the money, because wanting to get that approval, It's another thing. We don't get to hear after this tournament that we weren't paid and all of that. I know how money was a big factor of the performance they gave in the last AFCON. They really don't want to play because they weren't paid. But now they've been paid. Now we are seeing motivation. I just hope they go all out tomorrow and then do the job. I mean, Mission X, we were going for the 10th title of this particular tournament, which means it's the 13th edition, and that means Nigeria won 10 if we end up winning it tomorrow.
Minus just 3.
Yeah, minus.
So they're going to be playing the host, which is Morocco. Yeah?
Morocco was in the final in the last edition, and they lost to South Africa that Nigeria defeated. Yeah. So again, Morocco is in the final. They're playing behind their fans, so it's going to be a big game. I just hope
we have a vibrant supporters club. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, so for supporters club would just do what they have to do on the stand. They don't come on the pitch. So what happens?
But it's okay. It's fine.
But this.
Let's not even. Let's just.
No. We have the quality.
No negative vibe today. We are going to push out positive vibe.
We have the quality to actually dispatch the Moroccans. This is. I mean, on paper, we have the quality to actually do the job.
On paper?
Then, yes, on paper.
Why are you saying on paper? Like it's not something we can do.
No, we can. But of course, in football, what is obtainable on paper is not always what
positive
what happens
vibes
on the field.
Let's wish them well, guys. This is where we're going to wrap up. Yeah, with all the positive vibe we can push out. Wishing the Super Falcons all the best. Spectacular outing. Nigeria really needs something to unify us and to get us celebrating and shouting up and down. On the net, I got to say a big thank you to the incredible people behind the scene. Maximum respect, guys. Bigger thanks to you guys for watching. If you had fun all through the week, though, why don't you join Ikechukwu and I for a brand new edition of Hashtag, same time, same station, next week. Now, make sure you enjoy your weekend. I'm going to be asking you about the... Yeah? Ikechukwu, you want to say something to the viewer before we go?
Enjoy your weekend.
We just repeated what I said. Guys, bye. Have fun.